Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Paterson Board of Adjustment meeting of September 9, 2021. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The notice requirement of the open public meeting law has been satisfied with respect to this meeting, specifying the time, date, and location, including the annual notice, adopted at the reorganization meeting of the board, filed with the clerk of the city of Paterson, posted in City Hall, and mailed to at least two newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the law. At this time, I'm going to call the roll. Commissioner Arenas.
Here.
Commissioner Morale.
Here.
Commissioner Dumas. Absent. Commissioner Furman.
Present.
Commissioner Minato. Absent. Commissioner Roheen. Absent. Commissioner Vega.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Watkins.
Present.
And Chairman Thaxton. All right. Now I'm going to call the agenda. First matter that was on the agenda was Riverview Property Management and Realty LLC for property located at 587-593 River Street here in Paterson. It's my understanding that I strike that. Alimi Builders, Inc., 381 East 36th Street, Paterson, New Jersey. This matter is being withdrawn. Is that correct, counsel?
That is correct. Alan Maricondo, on behalf of Mr. Alimi, that application is withdrawn.
And you submitted a letter yesterday to the
I did.
office for the file.
All necessary parties, yeah.
Thank you. So the Alimi Builders matter is hereby withdrawn. Other matter on the agenda is Taylor 5 Apartments LLC, 385-391 Totowa Avenue. Is the applicant present?
Applicant present. With respect to that matter, there is a request for adjournment.
We'll address that in a
Okay.
moment, okay? Next matter is Baram Waladzi, 755-757 East 27th Street. Is the applicant present?
I represent the applicant. There was some miscommunication with the planning staff on that matter. It's being listed for the 23rd. Public notices are going out today. So I don't know how it got on your list. I apologize, but...
We'll address that in a moment as well.
Okay.
That's not the information I was provided.
I spoke to Ms. Forestieri again, and she realized that she had made an error in that matter on scheduling, because it was not given to me or even advised to me to start notice until this week.
All right, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Next matter on the agenda is Fortress Holding. What's the address on that one again, counsel?
That one is 322-324 Berkshire Ave.
Okay, the applicant's present, correct?
Yes, good evening. Gregory Asadorian from the law firm of Kaufman, Semero, Liebman on behalf of the applicant.
Thank you. What's the address of the other one that was withdrawn? I took the wrong letter.
393.
This is the one that's withdrawn?
No, not withdrawn.
Isn't there another one that was withdrawn?
Yeah, there was, the second one was withdrawn, but tonight you have the one, East 27th Street, it's this one. Yeah, it's three, this is the one that was supposed to be on for tonight, not 700, 393, 395, okay? And there is this-
What's the other one that was withdrawn? Mr. Maricondo, you had another application on this evening that was withdrawn, is that correct?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, there was no other matters unless there was a, oh, I'm sorry. There was a
393.
River Street matter, yes. There was a River Street matter that we withdrew. I don't have it in front of me because it never got to the point that it was on the calendar, yes.
And you submitted a letter in that regard, correct?
I did, yes.
Okay, all right. So this is the one that's supposed to be on tonight, or not?
That's the one that's supposed to be on tonight, not the East 27th that was supposed to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 393-395 East 27th Street, is the applicant present on that one?
That is my application as well, Alan Maricondo. That is the application where there are some members of the public here. It's Alex Para is the applicant. This is an application where we've been working with your staff. There's been revisions submitted. I've been speaking to your staff as late as today. We believe there are more revisions needed, and unfortunately, Mr. Evans has a conflict, and he's unable to be here tonight, so I need an adjournment for 2 reasons.
This is the application that this gentleman is here on?
Yes, and we spoke again. I gave him my card. I told him that the final revisions, I'll be making them available to them in my office, so I have no doubt that they can take a look at it.
All right, so. Mr. Maricondo, we're going to grant the adjournment, but it's going to get carried without a date. Notice is going to be required,
Okay,
all right? So, to the gentleman in the back that's here on this application, this matter is not going to be heard this evening, as I indicate to you, but it also is not going to get a date to be heard yet. At some point, it'll get a date and you will receive notice, okay? You're free to go, you're free to stay, but this matter is adjourned.
you'll be getting a new letter.
Okay, thank you. And let's just clear up, like that I made on the record, 755, 757 East 27th Street is not on tonight, and you're gonna take care of notice going forward. for the
That's on the
23rd.
23rd, yes.
That's fine. Yeah. All right. Next matter is Fortress Holding.
Good evening. We're here tonight respectfully requesting an adjournment. This matter was originally filed back in March. We were scheduled to be heard last month, and we were ready to proceed, and at that point in time, a member of the public approached the board and advised that they had tried to review the plans and was denied access to the plans. As a result, it was carried to today. My understanding is that Mr. LaRocca has a conflict of interest and cannot find someone to cover for today. As a result, this matter cannot go forward today.
So actually, it was carried till today for purposes of just calendaring as a control date. It was never going to be heard because there was a full calendar to protect you guys for purposes of notice.
Thank you.
We do have a date for you, special meeting that was requested, and it's going to be October 18th, 2021 at 7:30 PM. Again, it's a Monday. Again, to any members of the public that may be watching, there's nobody here today. I'll note that last time this matter was here, there were several members of the public, if I understand, but October 18th, 2021 is the new date.
7:30 in this court, in this room.
Right. And counsel, you waive statutory time requirements through that date?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you. No need to republish and renotice.
Well, no renotice requirements, but the meeting will be published,
Thank you.
of course. Because they're doing it now, right? Yeah, but they can deal with the city with that. All right, Al, the only thing left that you have on the agenda is this,
Total Avenue.
total. What is the issue with this one?
The issue there is we've been working with revisions ongoing in that matter as well, and there is additional revisions about to be provided. We had some extensive conversations with Mr. Paparazzi today as well. There were some off-site parking sites that we're working on addressing, and there is a possibility of a downward modification as well. I would entertain a special meeting date. I don't know if you are interested in setting a second one for October 18th. I don't know.
No, that one is going to take too long because not only were there objectors, the applicant had 4 professionals, and there was an objecting attorney. So that one may take the entire night for the 18th, Fortress Holding.
Oh, okay.
As simple as it may be, that application, there seems to be a lot of problems, I guess, from the total end.
Okay. But my application had no objectors, to the best of my knowledge.
No,
Yeah.
but that's a substantial meeting, and this one
Right.
is not a minor application either.
True, very true.
Obviously, this has been listed a few times, has it not?
Yes.
It's been modified a couple times?
Yes.
So, you may not like what I'm going to say, but my suggestion to the board is that this matter should be marked as administratively withdrawn by the board, and then you reactivate it with the city. We can't keep giving applications meetings and not conduct business. We're behind schedule. So when it's ready, you contact the city and get it reinstated and try to work out a date. But we're definitely not giving you a date this evening, and quite frankly, I think it should be, the board should make a motion to have the matter, lack of a better word, dismissed without prejudice.
I mean, if I just maybe heard, it was on the inactive status for so long because of the delays that this board encountered, and there weren't that many hearing dates actually physically present, but
I understand, but
Yeah.
it's here tonight. It's not
Understood.
ready- It's not ready to go.
Understood.
And other matters have been waiting to come to the board, and they can't come to the board, and it would be unfair for us to give this a date when there's other people waiting,
okay.
all right? But it's up to the board, however they want to do it. They can either adjourn it without date, or make the motion as I suggest.
I would very much ask the board to consider an adjournment without date, because we've been through a long journey with this case. A lot of it was not a lot of the delays were not of my client's doing, but we're doing the best I can to get it ready. We should definitely be ready. If it could be listed next time, I would ask the board for hearing or dismissal. I would appreciate that consideration.
Which address is this?
This is the total,
Okay.
385-391 Total Ave.
I fully understand council's position as well, but I think this, I would ask your board's consideration.
Gary, how many times has been brought up, this case here?
Well, my first report was dated February 11th, 2020. So in February, it'll be 2 years since my first report. It's been, I've been back and forth with the applicant, and I made a couple revisions. But
A lot of the dormancy was not due to the applicant, it was due to the pandemic and the unfortunate circumstances with the staff in the Office of Community Development.
Understood, but you've had plenty of time to get it in order, and that's not a criticism, but the reality
Yeah.
is, if it's not ready now, why should we think it's gonna be ready in 3-4 weeks? And we do have other matters.
I can only say that we worked diligently, we're right knocking at the door to getting this case ready, but that's the board's call, I understand.
All right, so just tell them that's what you want to do.
Commissioner Watkins, I make a motion to follow the lead of the lawyer, Mr. Marco.
Commissioner Baralt, I make a motion to follow the lead of the lawyer, Mr. Marcos.
You second the motion? Commissioner Arenas, what is your vote with regard to the motion?
I said,
The motion is to have the matter and put on the inactive list, in essence, dismissed without prejudice, correct?
Whatever you mentioned, that's what we're following.
exactly. I second the motion.
So okay, you vote in favor of that motion. Commissioner Baralt,
That'll be the third.
And second, yes.
Commissioner Furman? Yes. Commissioner Vega?
Yes.
Commissioner Watkins?
Yes.
Chairman Thaxton? Yes. All right. So the matter is dismissed without prejudice to renewal with the city.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Commissioners, we also have minutes to adopt this evening. We have the minutes from the July 8th, 2021 meeting. Will someone please move those minutes? Moved by Chairman Thaxton, someone second.
Second by Commissioner Watkins.
Okay, we have 2 seconds, which is fine. Commissioner Watkins and Commissioner Furman. As to the minutes, Commissioner Watkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Furman? Yes. Chairman Thaxton? Commissioner Arenas?
Yes,
Commissioner Vega?
Yes.
Commissioner Barral? Yes. We have a second set of minutes from July 22nd, 2021. Someone move those minutes. Moved by Chairman Thaxton. Do we have a second?
Second by Commissioner Watkins.
Second by Commissioner Watkins. As to the minutes, Commissioner Watkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Furman?
Yes.
Chairman Thaxton? Yes. Commissioner Arenas?
yes.
Commissioner Vega?
Yes.
Commissioner Barral?
Yes.
I don't believe there's any further business, but I'll defer to the board.
Any commissioner have anything to say?
Commissioner Vega, Mr. Chairman, you know, we come here to these meetings, and I understand it's nobody's fault here or our office. We got to try to fix this a little bit, just a little bit, so we could get our meetings done. There's a lot of people. We just got what do you call it? A spreadsheet with a whole bunch of accounts that are sitting there, and it's pretty long. I mean, we got to do something about that.
Well, one of my suggestions is exactly what we did here.
Yeah.
We can't have applications linger and ruin meetings. We've accomplished nothing this evening.
Yeah.
People are waiting for meetings. It's unfair for applicants that are ready to go that this meeting fell apart with no action being taken. But in essence, we did take action.
And that's what we're going to have to do, because if they're not ready, then you shouldn't be in front of the board.
Right, and in this case, when it's that egregious, we do that. Otherwise, we just adjourn it without a date and let somebody else go ahead who's ready to go.
Yeah.
They should be ready.
Yeah.
And I understand there was an issue with the expert, and that happens, but that expert chose another application in another municipality over this one, which I don't know the circumstances, and I'm not casting stones, but we're all here.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're catching a little pressure for backlog, but we're here.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Also note, Commissioners, I have 50 applications that I reviewed. More than half of them need revisions for more than 6 months, and I haven't gotten those revisions. So I wasted my time, and that's usually, you know, a site inspection, the review, and the report. It's like 3 hours minimum, and I would say there's 30 of them that I said I need more information, or the architect or the engineer made a lot of mistakes. I said, you gotta correct the mistakes before you come back. And I'm waiting 6 months and 8 months for 30 of them. So I wasted, just so the board knows, my
Is all
time
this
on 30 applications.
Is all of this recorded? Are we still on television?
Yeah.
We're still recording.
Okay.
The economic development knows that, because they asked for a list of what I had done, and I think I included the chairman on that list. And it said, this one has been done, waiting for revisions from January of 2021. This, you know, so there are a lot of them that were done that, you know, I mean, if they're not gonna do the revision, now what happens is they do the revision and they say, okay, you know, this has been waiting, put it on. You just did the revision, and I think we were just talking about that. That's on Day Street. They just gave me a revision 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they're already back on. So, you know, that's not fair, but I was waiting for revisions. They just did something 3 weeks ago, and they're on the agenda already, so, you know, I mean, I assume from the chairman that Maggie will be back in October. Maybe so we'll get a little bit more on schedule. But I also suggest that we follow Mr. LaRocca's lead. If something's on the agenda and they're not ready, or what happens is, you know, the attorney or the applicant sees that the board doesn't like the application, and then they ask for an adjournment to be carried because they want to modify it, they want to take off a couple apartments. You know what? If they're here and they're going to modify it, do what you did tonight, and then they go back on the back of the list. Or else you're never going to clear the calendar, and it's not us. Last time we met, nothing got done. Tonight we're meeting, nothing got done. So how is it us? I don't know. But hopefully, like I said, in October, we'll get on a better schedule, and because I know Penny is trying, and she was thrown into the fire. So she's trying to, you know, put her finger in the
Yeah.
dike, you know, so she could get some. No, this has nothing to do with her.
No.
No, I'm just telling about the scheduling, yeah. No, absolutely not. So I think if these people want to change their plan, I don't think we should give them, okay, the next date is October 14th.
No,
You know what?
we
No.
can't do that, because that's
No.
why it has to go through the process.
Yeah.
I agree with you, because they should wait to, you know, go to the back of the list. If they're not ready, why should we take priority over somebody else that may be ready, and we can, okay, move
Or
on?
can we clean some of these cases before they come forward, before they come to us? Can
Well, we don't
can-
set the agenda. Right now, Economic Development is setting the agenda, but as of October, Maggie will start setting the agenda. So, that's why I said we'll be on a better schedule. She knows which ones maybe are easier and can get through.
Now, who approves the cases to come to us? How does that work? Because some of these things, by looking at it, I could tell, it doesn't deserve to be heard by the board, because it's not gonna pass. So why does it get here? That's what I don't understand.
They make an application. If I deem it's complete, then it goes to either Maggie or right now Economic Development so that they can get on the agenda. But they make the changes on the fly, so it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, would it make sense to have somebody, look at this and, filter it, so that when it gets here, it's something worth talking about? Because, my time is very valuable. And for the last, I think the last 3 meetings we've done, I did nothing here. It's frustrating.
But it's not our fault.
I know, but we have to meet, that's why I wanted to meet with Michael, to
If
see
there's
what kind of
nothing,
suggestions.
nothing else, the meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
All right.